Now, next up is a movie called The Last Rodeo. Eric Holmes. We have actors in The Last Rodeo. This is from Angel Studios. Neal McDonough. I'm sure if the name does not sound familiar to you, if you look him up on IMDb, you're going to know who Neal McDonough is. Also, Mykelti Williamson. We talked about how awesome Mykelti Williamson is. You know him from Heat, Forrest Gump. He was part of the Streets of Fire. We mentioned Streets of Fire last week. He was in that video, I Can Dream About You. He's one of the singers from that Dan Hartman track, I Can Dream About You. So if you need to, yeah,
that
there
that
you
was
go.
okay.
Right. Uh-huh. So,
I was trying to figure out who he was, but
yeah.
all right.
So, yeah, Michael T. Williamson, Neal McDonough. There's also Sarah Jones in this movie. And it centers on a retired rodeo legend, Joe Wainwright, played by Neal McDonough. He is, well, he has his own farm and he has a house. He lives with his daughter. I think, wait, does he live with, yeah, he lives with his daughter and his grandson. Everything seems fine. The rodeo is he's years removed from being a rodeo champ, a rodeo legend. Okay, he's now in his 60s. He's just trying to relax. He has a ton of injuries. He can't go back to the circuit. The only problem is his grandson, played by Graham Harvey, he has a brain tumor, and you've heard these kind of stories before, whether it's a movie disease of the week or a movie released in theaters where someone is dying and they need to just get a lot of funds to save the child or the parent or whatnot. It's a very familiar type of story. Thing is, does it work with The Last Rodeo? Now, Joe Wainwright, when he realizes his grandson has a brain tumor and they need at least 150K for it, he decides to re-enter the rodeo circuit, specifically in this, I think, some kind of Legends tournament, which would net him, the winner, a lot of money. So what Joe does is he enters the circuit along with his former bull riding partner, and that role is played by Mykelti Williamson. They hit the road, try to enter the rodeo, and that's their journey. Will they? Both of them are in their 60s, maybe even mid to late 60s, well, around early to mid 60s. Will they actually pull it off as a team? And can Joe Wainwright get the number one spot, make enough money so then he can help his grandson's operation, help pay for it? His daughter is played by Sarah Jones, and his daughter understands that, well, having her pops in the rodeo circuit is not a good thing because it really helped. It drove a wedge between her relationship with her father, and her father has a lot of demons on his own, which I'm not going to mention for spoilers. You get to really learn about Joe Wainwright. He is a widower as well. So you get to learn about the story of the father's relationship with his daughter, father's relationship with his family, also the father's relationship with his former rodeo partner, Charlie, again played by Mykelti Williamson. The movie is directed by Jon Avnet, best known for such movies as, I'm thinking, I don't have the IMDb right now, but his most popular one is, I think, Fried Green Tomatoes, and he's done other movies as well. He's a very good actor. Good director, Avnet. I believe he did Red Corner. I could be wrong right now. I'll look it up on IMDb. Look up Jon Avnet, JONAVNET. I believe Red Corner with Richard Gere was another Avnet film, but he's
Righteous Kill. Well,
Righteous Kill, right? That was with De Niro and
I thought he did.
But
He
look
did
at,
Boomtown. He did the TV show
right,
Boomtown.
Boomtown, right?
And that I was going to say Mykelti Williamson and
Yes.
Neal McDonough were both in Boomtown.
Oh, very good. And
That's an awesome show, by the way. I think
excellent,
there's
Eric.
only two seasons.
I remember watching Boomtown, and when it ended, do you remember this? Just being frustrated that it ended. So yeah, I was a little.
I've only seen the first. I've only seen the first season because
Okay.
they had two seasons on because I found it after it came out on DVD.
Yeah.
And I saw the first season. I thought it was awesome, and then I could never find the second season. So,
Oh, that
but
sucks.
first season's great.
Okay. And they also, by the way, you didn't know this, but Mykelti Williamson, thanks for reminding me, and Neal McDonough starred in Justified, a show which is right up Eric Holmes' alley.
Yeah.
Problem is, Eric Holmes does not watch TV shows per se, and it's so funny because
Jon
Justified.
Avnet did that too.
Oh yeah, really? Oh, he
Uh,
worked on. Oh, okay. He did an episode or two of Justified. I think he did.
yeah, 10 episodes.
I
Says.
could be wrong about Red Corner. Did you check on Red Corner? Who directed Red Corner? But I know definitely Abnett.
Yeah, he did Red Corner.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Jon
Up
Avnet.
Close and Personal, The
Oh,
War.
cool.
Oh, The War.
The
Okay.
War. Yeah, Elijah
Yeah.
Wood and Kevin Costner. So very stable, solid, close to excellent filmmaker. A lot of the 80s and 90s, he was a big studio get as a director. And over the years, he's carved out a great filmmaking career, both in the cinema and television front. And he does a great job on The Last Rodeo as well. Again, it's directed by Avnet, who, by the way, co-wrote the script with Neal McDonough and Derek Presley. It's exclusively in theaters May 23rd via Angel Studios. I don't know this plot line, Eric. Does it sound kind of boring to you? Rodeo guy and on the road, he's facing troubles. Do you think it's too predictable fare for you to watch in general?
Mm, most of it went in one ear, out the other, so probably.
Yeah, it's a type of plot that would go in one ear out the other. But the good thing about it is has some really great performances by McDonough, Williamson, and Sarah Jones. They're just a really well done story. Very inspiring. You pretty much know where the story is going to go. That said, even though it may be predictable, there is a lot of great storytelling elements behind The Last Rodeo, and you really get locked into the journey of Joe Wainwright. You can tell Neal McDonough, if listeners, if you have appreciated McDonough over the years, this is just a very meaty role for him, and he just takes a huge bite out of this role. It's a really inspired performance from McDonough. Again, on that flip side as well, Mykelti Williamson, who's been great in so many films over the years, he gets a really big role as well as Joe Wainwright's best friend and partner in The Last Rodeo. So I'm giving The Last Rodeo. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this is one of those faith-based films, then.
It is faith-based, but when
Along
it's faith...
the way, he confronts his past, discovers faith, and proves that true courage lies in family.
Here's the thing.
That's the IMDb description. That's basically them saying, "Don't watch this movie."
Oh, no. Here's the thing. When some faith-based movies are worth watching, when they don't slather it with a ton of stuff about Christ and praying.
Oh no, I'm talking about like just how broad that he confronts his past, that tells me nothing, discovers faith, tells me nothing, and proves that true courage lies in family. I guess it's a movie about people that have a relationship. Cool, you've told me nothing about the movie.
Right. So yeah. Well, look, the good thing about The Last Rodeo is it has all of those elements, but it's really good storytelling done. And importantly, the faith stuff is put into the narrative in a comfortable, organic fashion where it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. So if you have a maybe bias to not see faith-based movies, but you really like McDonough and Mykelti Williamson, and this story seems like something you'd watch, I wouldn't worry about it because there's not a lot of find Jesus or find your faith moments. There are a couple of moments where exposition-wise they talk about it, but within the scope of the entire narrative, it fits really right into The Last Rodeo. I surprisingly really enjoyed The Last Rodeo, though predictable, great performances, really well executed story. Again, in theaters, May 23rd via Angel Studios. I'm giving it 4 stars for The Last Rodeo. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.